especially since this was the grand final for the 15s last year. Dannevirke Tigers versus Counties under 15s. And I see a lot of the 15s from last year playing in this under 17 side, so that's awesome to see as well.
Yeah. So we've had Tigers just kick off, and Counties Manukau have done their first settle up. It's coming out wide towards the middle as County go down for their second play of the ball. They're still paving out. Oh, good
nice
one-hand pass around the
from
corner.
Rodney off to Hideni Holmes. Nice inside ball from Hideni there.
Oh, that was just an awesome try there.
Lovely try.
There was a good backup there from the number 15 Hideni Holmes, and followed that ball on, eventually landing into the big to the big second rows. There, one hand pass around the corner coming in there, and then we started to see Counties Manukau having their backup support coming onto the number 16 Levi Gwyn Tutahi, and then finally ending in the big man going down for the first try for Counties Manukau.
Definitely a good try there. I know a few of these boys play for the Maori Lightning out in South Auckland there. Hideni Holmes there, he's about to take the kick. He plays halfback usually. Not too sure where he is today, but definitely good backup try there. And the one who offloaded to him, Rodney Via, is the second row from Maori Lightning. So well done to them both.
There was a good offload one-hand pass, eh?
He's renowned for that. The young fella's renowned for those offloads.
So we found out that kick was missed, and so Counties Manukau leads 4-0. Beautiful day here in Rotorua whānau. So if you're doing nothing, for those of you around there, we have 2 days of exciting Rangatahi Rugby League kotiro and tani displayed here. It's one of the biggest in the Southern Hemisphere, such tournament. So, come and encourage your kids to come and take up the sport and be displayed on such an international stadium like here at Rotorua. There's a big hit up there from Counties Manukau from their prop. The first settled, making about 15 metres there. They spin it wide coming to the middle. They're hitting there on the 30-metre line. Getting ready to shift it to their left side again. Good 10 metres made there from the number 25. And they're going left again. Counties Manukau shifting left again. So
definitely playing wide off the ruck at the moment. Getting the forwards to stack around C defender. Stretching the forward pack, having to make them chase to make the tackles.
It was good to see Counties Manukau actually, they settled the ball from the left and they brought it all the way to the, at the right hand side, and they got it in 3 goes out towards the left. So they're shifting their ball from low rugby league terms. It's good because you're splitting the defence a lot wider, and then you have a good 80 metres to play back on the right hand side.
That's right, definitely. Unlucky the winger ran out there.
It's hand over to now to Tigers as they come up for the first play of the ball in the fourth set of the game. Taking it up, good solid run there, making 3-4 metres. We've gone back to the left from the hooker.
And we have our first penalty, high tackle.
There's been a lot of controversy in the NRL, my bro, around the head-high stuff. Your uncle Phil Gould, hey?
Let's not get started with your uncle as well.
Hey, he's turning a lot of heads there at the moment, but I agree with him to some instances about how we sort of procreate our game. Tigers there with the big prop there settling up. He's making at least 11 to 12 metres there going forward. The Tigers are on the putting pressure now on Counties Manukau. They've gone back into the same place where the defence is. Right here, they need a good halfback to start organising some angles and getting that inside ball to offset. This is where old Cliff Lyons, the good playmaker of Manly, would have been most dangerous in an area like this. And Tigers, they swing it out wide, got right out to the winger. Oh yes, we've gone in for a good try. There was a good classic try where Tigers were settling up on their left-hand side, and they managed to get the ball out too wide to the winger. It's always good to see wingers scoring.
Score tries, yes.
So here we go again. There's Tigers settle up on the left-hand side there. Their hooker brings it back to the right onto the 13 from the half-back, and they're doing the back doors. Eventually ending up in the winger's hands, and he finally scores. So that's to Tigers number Braxton Wilson Clean. Oh, sorry. That's Wairehu Khan. Yeah.
Elliot Tillman.
Sorry? Tillman. Yeah, Elliot Tillman.
Good try.
Fantastic try from a winger.
Aloha mai whānau, if we get the names wrong, we are only reading off the sheets that we have in front of us today. So we do apologise if we are saying the wrong names for the numbers.
Yeah. And we can't make any excuses, bro, because all the fog's lifted, so we should be able to see now.
That was the one I used for the first 3 games, and now that it's gone, hika.
Anyway, whānau, we're at a 4-all there now between Tigers and Counties Manukau. I kind of like the style that they're playing because they're starting to keep the ball at one end. Both sides actually doing it. They're playing 2-3 at one end, and they're starting to shift the ball wide, which gives the wingers and the outside centres the opportunity to run the ball. In this case, we've had two tries scored through that, just through that enactment. Counties Manukau now getting reset for the kickoff. As they boot it just about under the goalposts. And Tigers settle up there with their big prop. There was Khan Mason. It's coming out to the winger, or out to the outside centre again. With number 3, Akuhata Riwi. Tigers settle it up again, and they're going out towards the left.
Nice little
bit of an
offload
there. Good support from the Tigers there.
Definitely good support play there.
Yeah, they made another extra 10 metres there just out of their support play.
Oh, good
kick. Good kick.
There.
They've gone to the ear. Now putting pressure on them. Oh, good take there by Counties Manukau.
Hilary Holmes.
Counties Manukau take the settle there.
Number 60, Kayla's Fatialofa, his grandfather is Peter Fett.
Oh,
yeah. Good to see him out here again. He's a veteran there. One been here since under 10s, I believe.
Oh, okay. Oh, the old koro might be scratching his head to see what's happening with why he's done chipped across rugby.
Let's be honest, more money in the rugby.
Yeah. Anyway, whānau, we got a penalty there against Dannevirke Tigers as Counties Manukau go for the kick to the sideline. It's 4-all here between Dannevirke Tigers and Counties Manukau on this beautiful day that we've got here on Saturday for the first day of the annual 21st Rangatahi tournament held here at the International Stadium here in the Rohe o Te Arawa.
Isn't that an achievement? 21 years.
21 years. And the good thing about it, they've got John Devonshire, his brainchild, the catalyst of having the rangatahi and the tamariki get involved now, so he's actually turned this right into a whole whānau escapade, which is just natural for us as Maori, and it's one thing that we're able to display any amount of Maori talent here, in any given day, and there's 4 tournaments that he's introduced another 2 more, and I think it's really, really awesome that our people get involved in the sport, and get behind this Maori tournament. Tigers shifted out to their left-hand side, and as they break it out towards the left, and they've gone for the first settle. Fullbacks coming behind and taking another one up as they've gone right out to the left. It's good now that they've shifted, they've gone out again, look, and they're taking it to that sideline, and that's good to see. Now they've got a big open space onto the right. Oh, it's unfortunate that he got taken out, but there was a good pavement, I think, or good playmaker that they've actually come out to the they've paved way for the right hand side. If they hadn't gone out, there would have been a good display of good flowing ball coming out towards the winger on the right hand side.
It's very rare that this age group will take a dig at the short side, even when they only have one extra player than the defence. So for them to actually go that way was very exciting.
Yeah. Packing down for the scrum now. County's ball. County swing it left. They're coming out on the left hand side onto the outside centre. He's making another 10 metres there.
Good strong run there from Kailis Fatialofa. While you were telling us a little bit of history about the tournament, it's good to see that most of these gentlemen have been playing since 10 years old, which is now under 17s, and they're still here.
Yeah, and it's a good it's if you look at whakapapa and us as Maori, it's besides the sports, it's how we normally sort of do that development graduate, outside of, so we've just introduced the sports to do exactly the same thing, and that's where our strength as Māori people come from, is to be able to initiate those development initiatives, not only in football, could be in netball, it could be in any sport.
Any sports.
Because that's how we grow up from kohanga reo into kura kaupapa to te wharekura, and then into the wānanga, So we've got those stages already set, and that's the beauty about us being Māori, is that we can initiate these ideas and activate them. Counties Manukau now taking up towards the goal post. And they've got space. Knock on there, unfortunate by Counties Manukau. It's unfortunate. Their number one, Jerome Portini Pōroa. Knock on there, unfortunate. Right underneath the goalpost too. In front of the goalpost.
Anyway, tug of war going on at the moment out there.
Yeah. So opportunity now for Dannevirke Tigers to go up and settle the ball.
And he gets on the outside.
They're going out wide. Look at that. Oh, it's unfortunate, but it would have been a good display of the winger and the centre out there. We've gone 12 minutes now into this first half. Whānau. The field is nice and fast out there.
Looked like he had a bit of speed, that young fella from Dannevirke.
Yeah, been some awesome football since this morning there, Ernie, and I've gone around and watched a couple of games prior to coming into here, and I think the standard's been really good. We've got a back door here, come on, and out wide, out to our winger, that
Kalani Pyro Donaldson.
Yeah, Kalani. Now it's taken up by a standoff here at Counties Manukau.
Settling one there on the post.
Settle up there.
Take a look up and see what options they have. Coming straight back towards the post again.
There's good quick meters there by Counties Manukau.
They have numbers out the right.
Taken down Counties Manukau. About 8 metres short of the line. It's come through a back door. Little grubber kick through there. Oh,
nice save there from Dannevirke.
Good take there. He's gone low to the ground to stop, being dragged back from Counties Manukau. Unfortunately, there's a penalty there that's occurred by Counties Manukau. So a bit of a reprieve for Dannevirke Tigers. Slow the momentum down. Ball's gone out there. About the 33 metre mark, 34 metre mark. About 9.5 minutes in this first half to go, whānau, as we get Dannevirke Tigers properly settle up, making 8 metres. And we're coming out wide again. I noticed most of their players are standing back and not hitting their advantage line, the uni.
Definitely.
You know, so
Running
Dannevirke
onto the
Tigers
ball.
are capitalising on those early go forwards. You know, we've got a lot of Jack there, lost ball there, eh? Getting a bit touchy out there.
A little bit feisty.
Yeah. I suppose it happens in any sport team, my bro, but still have to be mindful. We all whānau at the end of the day, and you know, our kaupapa is not only rugby league, but it is also whānau tanga and manaaki tanga. So you know, just for a lot of our teams out there, they just need to be aware of that and not get too carried away with the excitement of the game. I guess
Excitement of the game.
It's all right to have a good hard battle, but at the end of the day, you know, you'll end up with playing with alongside some of these boys in these representative sides, you know.
Probably in the near future, especially if they get selected for the New Zealand Maori team.
Yeah. Oh, we had a good run there by Counties Manukau coming down to their left-hand side. We get a good settle up there with the number 9. Now Counties Manukau cutting back up on the inside.
The corners of the ruck there.
Oh, there we get a good offload, keeping their ball alive. Going back on the inside, back to the right. Here we got Counties Manukau now, finding a bit of gap there. Unfortunately gets tackled about 11 metres out of Dannevirke Tigers try line. We've gone to the right.
Nice
Opted
little
to
kick
do a
in
little
behind
chip kick
you.
over the top. Yes, okay. It's a good set there, Ernie, that'll keep pressure on the Dannevirke Tigers try line there.
Good to see that Dannevirke defence is up to the task.
Yeah. Here we go now, drop kick
game.
from underneath goal line. It's a good kick. It's gone down about 47 metres downfield, so it's pretty. Oh,
Nice
brilliant tackle there, low. Yeah, they've dragged the Dannevirke Tigers. It's a good defence there.
Found some intensity.
It's unfortunate that they, because he did stick his hand up and come off the Counties Manukau player. It's just unfortunate. Counties Manukau now gone for the kick to make extra metres out.
Just outside the 20.
We've got about 6 minutes in this first half. Our Counties Manukau now putting the pressure on Dannevirke Tigers. They're about 8 metres short of the Dannevirke Tigers try line. As the hooker comes out, fakes on the inside out to the right. They're about now 6 metres short of the try line of Dannevirke Tigers. They're coming out to the left. And they've swung back on a cut on the inside or drop off on the inside. They're right under the middle of the Uni.
The line at the moment from Dannevirke.
So they got they got a bit of, good thinking. They've got a bit of space. They had a bit of space out wide. Held up, unfortunate there by Counties Manukau. They got held up there. I think Counties probably could have done a few more drop-offs on the inside because what actually happened was Dannevirke Tigers were already spread out, already set for the wide ball. And so, yeah. Oh, that's a good play there by Counties Manukau from the
17, Heleni Holmes.
Yeah, it was good to drag him back in there. Still putting the pressure now on Dannevirke Tigers. So they've gone back for the second drop goal, from out of their try line. So Counties Manukau bring it back in. Good tackle down low. Second one over the top. Pressure's now building on Dannevirke Tigers as they've gone back to back on defence again. And Counties Manukau paving the way. Look at that, finding the metres. Look how close they've got to the try line just in 3 sets. Play the balls. Now it's coming out wide. There's space out to the right. Oh,
setting up.
Might have killed that opportunity as the Tigers reset to go out to the right hand side. Good defence there by Dannevirke Tigers. Dannevirke Tigers defensive line now is all set to go out wide, and here we are. We see Counties Manukau. Oh, don't know what that penalty was there for, but incorrect play of the ball.
No lead.
Incorrect play of the ball was just without playing the ball itself. So that's a bit of a breather there for Dannevirke Tigers there, Ernie. That forces now Counties Manukau to be able to put themselves on defence.
Yeah, well, defend as well as Dannevirke did, and they shouldn't get out to 20. That's the hope. But well done to Dannevirke for managing to defend 3 back-to-back sets.
Yeah, I think that's a compliment to them because I think in that third to last play just before the penalty, they actually had it out there wide, and their ball should have gone. It should have just gone straight away. They had the numbers on there. It was something like about 5-3, and
just needed to give that one more, then he would have been over and had to just draw the winger, I think, but didn't quite get there. But well done to Dannevirke again for that defence.
Tigers take it up. Go up too early. They're offside. Counties Manukau. Oh, that's it.
Half
that's our second half, whānau. So, so it's been a good display of football there, Ernie, that we see here with our rangatahi here down in Rotorua. It's we've come now to a 4 draw, and I think both teams at this stage are playing football rather battling it out because they actually haven't settled their space yet. I actually haven't seen anything between both teams where forwards should be actually trying to battle one another. You know, what they've done is just gone and done 2 or 3 settles and thrown it wide, so they actually haven't sort of had a sequence of actually how to sort of trap other teams into the space. So yeah, they've just played a 1-2-3 game and just thrown it wide, and there's actually been nothing to capitalise on each team of bringing them in close, you know.
And they haven't earned the right to attack.
Well, that's right. That's right. They haven't earned the right to attack, and so there's been no display or battle of our forwards at this stage, you know. So, you know, most teams, especially in the old days when I come from, you know, you always had to have a battle between the forwards, and if you didn't win that space, mate, and you know, you could take about half the game to even get, you know, and it might take you 60 minutes, but until you win that space, then it allows your backs to be able to play. And I haven't been able to see that sort of displayed here at the moment with some of our teams. And
I think the rule's still the same. Win the middle, win the game.
Yeah. What I did like though is both teams are shifting the ball to one side or the other and giving space. Well. Yeah, so we've seen a number of times where our wingers have scored and it's come right across from one side to the other, and it's gone through the hands of our backline. That's been really good to see, and it's been really awesome. So.
Also be good to see a little bit of depth off the try line. I think they're stacking a little bit too close, which is not allowing them to get the ball to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
A little bit of depth off the try line might help a little bit, but they still have to win the middle in order to...
Counties Manukau had a number of opportunities there to score out wide, and I think compliments to Dannevirke Tigers at the stage because they did a number of back-to-back on defence and they held them out, you know. And the results should have actually been a bit different for Counties Manukau, but fortunately enough for Dannevirke Tigers, they were able to hold on to that and actually now come to the half-time and have a breather, you know. So I think it's really good compliment for Dannevirke Tigers anyway, Uni.
Dannevirke was definitely under the pump in this half, and you're absolutely right. County should have a few more points on there. But I think once they adjust themselves and find where they need to be in order to attack out the edges, we should see a much better game in the second half. Looking forward to it.
If I was the coach of Dannevirke Tigers, I would be instructing my forwards to play the cat and mouse game, because what they should really be doing, the forwards, is actually trying to shift their big forwards and not play into them.
That's right.
You know, they should be shifting them and make them chase them, and that's what I would be saying to my forwards right now. You know, take it through to the left hand side and go right to the sides. You know, make their forwards work. You know, make them work up. Don't make it easy by running back into them.
That's right. That's right.
You know, and what it does, it gets the forwards chasing up after you. Then, you know, you might get one of the backs just do a sort of a kick in behind the forwards again to turn them. You know.
Yeah.
And by then they're already puffed. So what you're trying to do is that the coaches should be trying to upset the play of the opposition.
That's right.
And take them out of sequence. You know.
It will be also good to see body sizes and shapes. So if you send two forwards into the same defender, and then you get somebody with a bit of footwork, with a bit of speed, running at that same defender, because he's had to make two big tackles.
Well, that's right.
Now he has to deal with someone with a bit of footwork and speed, body size, shape in the same space. So
especially some of those big fellas, they should be turning, you know, after 2 or 3 settles, you know, and after doing 2 or 3 tackles in a row, you know, he's got to be tired, so you've got to turn that forward, you know, and we're not seeing any of that at the stage. Only what we're just seeing is that the players are just playing the game instead of strategizing in terms of where they need to, especially our halves, they need to direct their forwards around, you know, they need to get more involved. Welcome back, whānau. We're 4-4 again against Dannevirke Tigers, our county's Manukau. We've just gone through to the kickoff for the second half of this 21st annual rugby league, Maori rugby league here, held at the Rotorua International Stadium in the heart of Te Arawa. So welcome back, whānau, and I hope you're enjoying our games that have been displayed in today for your viewing. So at the stage now, Dannevirke Tigers are taking it up. They've made about a good 30 metres so far. They're cutting back on the inside, coming up. What a good tackle there by Counties Manukau. They've gone just over Counties Manukau through about 3 metres over the in their half now. Tigers making solid run. You know, if I would be now, bro, I'd be starting to kick right behind this left-hand side again, you know, and keep focusing on that end.
Definitely. Apply the pressure.
Yeah. They've kicked out to a space where all those fellas haven't done any work, so they're all fresh.
Have to say though, you're coming into the second half early. It's only been maybe a minute, and County's line speed has dropped off.
Yeah. Well, if you look at there, that was just the first kickoff from Counties Manukau to Tigers, and you look at how much metres they made from their own half up to theirs.
Yeah.
It was about a good 60 to 70 metres just in their first set. Now we've got Tigers, they're about 8 metres out from the Counties Manukau try line as they swing it left, coming out to their halves, onto their loose forward. Christopher James, Masina Tuivai Lupa is the number 13. Oh, unfortunately lost the ball by Dannevirke Tigers. They had the pressure there on Counties Manukau. And just simple mistakes like that has given Counties Manukau a breather. As I was saying before, if that was me, you know, the Tigers came up on this left-hand side, and I would have instructed the halfback to kick right behind that try line, behind that full back straight away, because all the Counties Manukau backs were already set for the ball, and plus they were already fresh, so they hadn't even done any work. So I would have just kept the pressure on just by focusing on turning their forwards and just getting them tired. Ball's now Counties Manukau gone out. They're about 9 metres short of the halfway into Tigers territory.
There was a good return there from the winger, I believe, Kalani Pyro Donaldson.
Counties Manukau just shifting it a bit too early.
Haven't
you know.
earned the right to play out there yet.
Well,
gentlemen.
as I was talking about, they hadn't quite settled into it. Even though that you've gone into the second half, they still need to settle their play down. There's been too many errors given away at this, in this early stage, and it's just simple stuff, and it's just all about controlling their ball so that you can maintain the territory that you're going to, go for.
Ideally, the team that makes the least amount of mistakes will win.
Yeah, well, that's dead right. That's dead right. And Counties actually had that their ball to their advantage. We see Tigers now going over into Counties Manukau territory.
Twice in 2 sets.
Yeah. I actually like this Tigers side because they're actually doing what they do. They've gone back to this right-hand side and, it's unfortunate. But they're actually paving the way.
Yeah.
And again, they've actually come from the right-hand side to our side, where you see they've actually used the whole field. And it allows, the Tigers back line to set up if everything was good, to flow their ball, to keep their ball flowing.
It's kind of, in some sense, it's kind of structured versus eyes up footy by the looks of things, just looking at it. Hopefully Counties can look after it in this set. Get into
Counties
some good
ball out
position.
of the scrum. It's gone through their standoff as he goes down on the 40-metre line. The wingers come in to take the ball off. We're on the 50-metre line now, just coming into the Tigers territory. Good run there from Counties Manukau. As they're swinging it wide again. He's gone back inside. Quite often we see individuals starting to change the angle of play. It's unfortunate, I think. Yeah, too close. Still on the man. But I see that a lot of Counties Manukau, a lot of their players individually have actually, instead of coming to the same way of flow of the ball, they've actually gone back on the inside.
Back against the grain of the
I think it's gone against the grain. And this is where I think that Counties Manukau have lost their momentum. Yeah, fortunate enough for Tigers, though, they've been able to maintain their defence.
Yeah, definitely.
Manukau now going out towards the left-hand side. There's an overlap there. Look, Oh, yes. Oh, that's unfortunate. There was forward pass with it. That was unfortunate there. You see, we got our main man ref there, Mr. Epeha Kite from Waikato. He spawns from the club of Dannevirke. And his koro is none other than the late Rick Muru. Here we are now coming back to Dannevirke Tigers. They settle up there just on the 10-metre line. Oh, that was a good, look at that, look, good metres. Gone against the grain there, referees pulled up incorrect play the ball, just thrown underneath here. It's unfortunate for Tigers because they were actually making some good metres there, and I personally think that they're actually making more metres than Counties Manukau, And,
at the moment, they are.
And considering that Counties Manukau being in Tamaki, where all the main guns sort of come from, and football is displayed a lot more, seriously up there, where you get all the good coaching in that. But fortunate enough now for Counties Manukau as they tap on the 30-metre line, heading in towards the Tigers line. Good run there by the winger. Dannevirke Tigers on defence now. Cut back on the inside. Counties Manukau now 11 metres out from Tigers try line. Good defence there.
Set up properly.
Tigers line is all
nice defence there.
Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, lucky. Hand over ball, to to the Tigers.
I think he
It was
lost it in
unfortunate.
goal. Lost it in goal.
Yeah. I personally think he should have passed it out to their left-hand side because their gap was open again. You know,
They still had a couple more tackles.
Oh,
as well,
yeah.
Trying to force it instead of earn it. But it'll be both first games for them today, so
yeah.
they'll be looking to learn and grow, and maybe a possibility of some players not even being able to get to trains or coming from Australia.
What I like about these Tiger guys, they're smaller than the Tamaki guys in Counties Manukau, and they're quite gutsy in taking the ball forward. And we'll see that, especially down our side of the field, you get the little guys making actually quite a few metres.
Actually doing really, really well today.
So we've got Tigers now making another 8 metres just short of Counties Manukau's 40-metre line as they head out towards the right and now start with the kick downfield. Counties, good take there by Counties Manukau.
Mousetrap.
Good little trick play there. Tigers still on the defence as they come off the 40-metre line, heading up towards Tigers territory. Counties Manukau just short of Tigers territory there, and come up and do play the ball. It's coming out wide. Good support play there. Counties Manukau now gone down on the 40 metres on Tigers 40-metre line as they got the 15th final. Ball's gone up.
Good kick.
Good, look at that pressure coming with. Good take there by Tigers. Tigers now bring it out of their line. Fully short of their 20-metre line. Feel a tackle there, yep. Good call there by Epiha Kiti.
Mr. Epiha. Dannevirke seem to be doing all the little things right.
I think they have too, and you know, I mean, like I said, they're not scared. They've got smaller guys in Counties Manukau, and these small guys are quite gutsy, and they haven't shied away from the work, especially moving forward. This number 15, I'm actually quite impressed with him because he's nothing fancy, but he's been able to make metres every time he's got their ball just by going forward. Tigers now short of their 50-metre line. Here we go. Unfortunately, the Tigers actually had a little bit of a break there.
He was through.
So I think what we're getting right at the moment there is that the games are sort of all over the place now. If I was the coach, I would be instructing the forwards to settle it down, and as you see, to minimise the mistakes.
Yep.
There's just been often silly little mistakes being passed. Not so much by the Tigers, but Counties Manukau, where they've lost a number of opportunities that they had just by pushing their ball just a bit too far. And
forcing passes that they don't need to.
Yeah, that's right. Here we see them now. They've come down. Oh, that's a good. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. He managed to stay inside of that line too.
Ballerina down the sideline there.
Here we are now. Look, Counties Manukau, all their players should be up there supporting. You know, there should have been support players there straight away. And what it's done is forced their player to go in by himself. You know, they're in the green zone now where they should be offering opportunities there for all these players. But I mean, you can't if the players aren't there, you know.
That's right.
So now we've gone back and Tigers are now all set and their defensive line is all set to attack on their players now. Now we've come to the 15th final, you know, and now Counties. Oh, look, here we go. And here we see a good breakaway coming up from the Tigers, and yes, he's coming down. Oh, what a brilliant try. Well, that was a brilliant try. I think it was well played by Tigers because they took the opportunities, and they were patient. They just played it out, and I think it sort of cost Counties Manukau from doing too many mistakes and pushing that ball quite often, as we see here. He's running down the sideline there, and it's a big break for the number 6 to be able to go nearly most of the way to the field and score the try.
Even the beginning of their try, when they looked like a forward, he was the one who caught the grubber. He knew he wasn't going to get very far, so he was looking for support straight off the back. So he found his, was that the fullback?
Yeah. So in the playback, what also happened down here with Counties Manukau, because most teams play a 2-line defence, and you see so the fullback was actually nowhere in sight.
Yeah.
And see when that ball actually was grubber kicked through, it was actually the prop who caught it there and fed it back on. So there should have been at least a fullback coming on the side. Whichever way he was going to kick, the fullback should have been on that side too, But it's unfortunate that he was on the opposite side, and that allowed the standoff to come in and actually make way and to shoot down the sideline and score.
They're having big debates about that at the moment in the NRL.
What's that?
Whether to have 12 or 13 in the line.
Yeah.
Definitely one up for debate.
I guess when you're sort of putting pressure up on a team like this and you're moving forward, there probably could have been a good insight there to have a 3-line defence, especially if you're going to start kicking like that.
Yeah.
And that just shows and display that, that anything can happen.
Definitely.
And it's just a fundamental kind of a play that actually happened and panned out that way. We see a lot of that actually in the NRL, like that. When grubber kicks or kicks have been put forward, and exactly what's happened is that the outside have caught it, and then you get those guys like Josh Adokar come along and they start scoring, and so this is a classic example where Tigers have taken that opportunity.
I'd just like to let you know, Matua, that if Josh Adokar got a break, I'd catch him.
Find out that now Dannevirke Tigers are leading Counties Manukau 10-4. And we have 9 minutes left to play in the second half.
Still anyone's game, lots of time.
Yep, it's but I think compliments go to the Tigers at the stage because they've just been. They actually haven't done anything fancy or flashy, Ernie. They've actually just maintained and stabilised their game. Sure enough, they've done a few little silly mistakes in that, but just like Counties Manukau, they've been fortunate enough to come away with it. Only difference is that Tigers have actually settled down in their play and not really taken too many opportunities where they're pushing the ball other than like that. So we've got a hand over there coming now in the scrum.
Come on with an error, but no, they are doing a very good job at the moment.
So we're going into scrum now, and the ball now, it's Counties Manukau ball. Be interesting what they do from here. Because time is not ticking away. I still think that they need to settle into their play.
Go one more.
So that's,
Good strong carry there from the centre.
Counties Manukau ball now. As they take it up.
That's kind of their go-to at the moment, take one to the edge and then the winger run one back in.
Oh, this is a good year.
Here we go.
That's what they should be doing there, is getting their props to have their go forward, just keeping their momentum going, just pave the way for their back line. See, they're really stacked here on defence,
Yeah.
As you can see, so I think it's either a bit too early or a bit too late, one or the other.
That one was a bit too early.
Penalty against Dannevirke Tigers. They're back on defence again. It'll be interesting here to see if the Tigers actually hold out Counties Manukau again, and it'll be interesting to see what Counties Manukau, how they're going to respond to it. Oh, look at that. That was a good try. So he went through about 4 defenders.
Good solo try.
Right in their corner. That's... It's pushed
Muscle
Counties
the team
Manukau
around.
out to the far end anyway to make the kick a bit harder. So that might be a bit of a breather for Dannevirke Tigers. So as you can see here, the play went through about 4 or 5 defenders. The number 20,
22, Titan.
20, number 20,
Number 20.
Cortez
Ostler.
Ostler. So there was a good run and try scored by Cortez Ostler. As he went through about 4 or 5 defenders to be able to score.
And he did exactly what you identified earlier. Ran back against the grain.
Yeah.
He had the ball shifting. Then he come back to the short side.
Yeah, the kick was unsuccessful by Tamaki Makaurau, so they trailed Dannevirke Tigers by 2. So the score now is 10-8 to Dannevirke Tigers. I must say that out of both teams, only the Tigers have been the ones that have actually just settled their play. But I also maintain there actually hasn't been any catalyst in there in terms of the battles with the forwards. They're not shifting their players around either, you know. It just looks like that they're setting up for play rather than trying to coerce the opposition into where they want them to play.
Where they want them to be.
Yeah.
For our whānau tuning in, current score 10 to Dannevirke, 8 to Counties Manukau. 5 minutes left in the second half.
Here we get a breakaway with Counties Manukau down their left-hand side.
Good cover tackle there.
So now that they're into that in Tigers just before their 20-metre line. Penalty goes against Tigers. Be interesting to see how they pan out through here, Ernie. Just knowing what we've seen with Counties Manukau, you get a lot of their players start cutting back in or doing a bit of individual work. Good defence there by Tigers.
Pushing off that line hard. Almost getting out to the
Coming
10
out to
here.
the right. Counties
look.
Manukau.
Good scramble defence there.
Here we go down low here. Held up, I think, held up. Because I was talking about that individual play. You know, Counties Manukau have showed that throughout the game that they're prepared just to, instead of working with the other players, they've taken it by themselves. You know, and I think this is where they've lacked a number of opportunities or tries actually even scored. Oh, it's unfortunate there, look. Lost forward. See, I think their play could have actually been done in about two play the balls before, but as I said, the individual players started running the ball off the ruck by themselves instead of creating that space for their back line. So fortunate enough for the Tigers, they now get the ball back and they can have a bit of a breather as they make it to their over their 30-metre line. Here we're getting that go forward again, and that's all you need. Look, it's a good metres there as their prop just takes it up. The number 10, Alvin Tongni.
Oh, no, that's number 10 is Khan Mason.
Number 10?
Khan Mason.
Oh, sorry, Khan Mason of the Tigers here. Sorry, so that was a good setup, you know. I mean, you got to halfway and two play the balls. So it's just unfortunate now that there's been a penalty against him. Wow.
Just over 2.5 minutes to go in the second half, whānau. Just a reminder, we are running on the ref's time, however, so it may go a little bit longer after that. Or finish a little bit earlier like it did in the first half.
So that includes injury time, unfortunate whānau. So it's Counties Manukau ball in the scrum ball. So it'd be interesting to see what happens as we only got 2 minutes left here, and it's an unfortunate that they never scored their try in their
Out
top
there in
right
the
hand corner.
Yeah.
Here we got Counties Manukau coming out wide. Good back door out to their fullback, their number 16. Levi Gwyn Tuitahi. Now their 21 is running like Air Jordan. With a one hand sort of display passing there, Ernie. The Counties Manukau now out 14 metres out from Dannevirke's try line. They've gone in now on the fourth. Counties Manukau be interested to see what happens as they make a big cut. Oh, here we see. This is a classic play that I talked about before.
Yep.
You know, in the first half where they should have been actually doing exactly that. Just having a few more battles up through the middle. They did those drop-offs like our Cliffy Lions would normally do. Yeah, so congratulations there to Counties Manukau. There was a brilliant display of football just there and scoring their try. Here we got the number 21 here running like Air Jordan and just tackled inside the 20 metres for the Tigers. And as they bring it out towards the right again, and
sets them up right nicely at the post there.
And so we see them, and then we get in the hole coming out, then that drop off. And what he did was just drag the Tigers opposition to which we wanted it to. So.
Well done, Dimitri Waimora.
So it's unfortunate that Dannevirke Tigers didn't hold them out the uni as the final whistle has gone, and so that takes Counties Manukau to win this game against Dannevirke Tigers 12-10. So it's been awesome having you on here there, Ernie, and for your expertise from the Maori NRL table. But whānau, that's, if you're tuning in, it's awesome to be able to tune in and or Gecko Production and to be able to have their forte to be able to display and bring these games live to you via live stream. And it's a privilege to be able to be here and to share some of the enthusiasm and the commentary on some of the games that we see before us. And this is a big display for New Zealand Māori throughout the Aotearoa and as well as throughout the world. As a reminder, we do have a lot of our rangatahi that have come back from overseas to participate for their respective roia or their iwi sides. And that's the beauty about us to be able to initiate that. We don't have to have all that transfer stuff fees like what you would do with the Kiwis and the Aussies. And so this is the beauty about how we can, this tournament brings all of those things to life and it creates those positive pathways for our rangatahi. And as you said before, it talked about the New Zealand Māori Rugby League. Talked about New Zealand Māori Rugby League. Creating these opportunities for one of our rangatahi. And this is one of those brilliant games that were displayed today. It was a close game, I must say, Ernie. It's unfortunate for Dannevirke Tigers that they didn't win the game. I actually personally thought they were the better side, but knowing Tamaki Makaurau, being part of Auckland, mate, they come up with the old Houdinis every now and again, and they've done this many a times throughout the history of some of their clubs. And in this case, for New Zealand Māori, it's a privilege to be here and to bring this live to a lot of our whānau that are watching. So that's the end of this game, Ernie. Counties Manukau taking out that game 14-10 to our whānau down in Heretonga, which is great to see and have all our whānau come back up. So between you and I, my bro, it's been awesome to have you commentate with me, and we look forward to the next game. Mauri ora whānau.